And hello everyone, and welcome back to week 41 of our Minecraft Let's Play series. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well this week. So as you can probably tell from the title of this video, this week is actually going to be a bunch of cleaning up after things because I've gone around in the world slightly, more like I've went and passed by a few of our projects that we've done in the past and realized that they are broken to an extent. Now you might be wondering what those projects are, and to be honest, I really only have two of them right now that kind of fit the criteria, but I thought it'd be important to go ahead and fix them before we go ahead and, we end up getting to year one and we have those farms that just don't work. Because one of them is actually important to something I want to finish by year one. And those are these two farms, the villager breeder and the cactus farm. So you might be wondering what the issue with these are, and I'll just tell them straight up. Cactus farm, currently the way the cactus farm works is that the cactus actually grows next to a block and it just falls down into the water. Now the issue with that is that they keep landing on the lip around the water, which means that they don't go into the chest, and we're losing a decent amount of cactus through that. So I want to go ahead and actually build a structure around the cactus farm so that we can get our drops again. And then we also have the villager breeder, which I found out has a nitwit inside of it, which is why it wasn't picking up a job in the first place. And this is because I didn't know how nitwits worked by that point. So yeah, we need to go ahead and fix these two farms. Then I also want to go ahead and add more work onto the villager hall. This is kind of going to be something that we're just going to be working on every week until hopefully it gets finished before year one. That's what I'm hoping for at least, but we'll see. And then finally we have the flower farm again. And you might be wondering, but Sky, didn't you make one of these last week? Yes, but it was specifically for blue orchids. I want to put one in a flower forest and hopefully get more than just one type of flower. I put it in the swamp because I kind of had a feeling that I wouldn't be able to find a flower forest. And while I wasn't correct on that, I still felt more safe thinking, okay, I know where a swamp is and I can go ahead and plant the farm right there. And actually that is what we're going to go ahead and do first. As you can see in this shulker box, I've gone ahead, grabbed the materials again for the flower farm. I'm not going to put the video in the description this time. I already did that in the last week, so if you guys are interested in making this farm, go ahead and check out that video, or at least the description of it. It's over there. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and make this farm once more, and we'll hopefully see how well it runs in a flower forest compared to the swamp. I should also say that this is hopefully going to get us more than just one type of dye. I've tested this out, and I'm thinking that it's going to be able to get us red, yellow, light gray, orange, and white where I'm planning to put it. The red and yellow aren't necessary, but the light gray, white, and orange are actually going to be pretty good. That means we don't have to use up bones on white dye, and we can use them on these farms. And orange and light gray don't need to be crafted anymore because they will be gone through flowers. So hopefully, just hopefully, this actually gives us some good rates. I also think this gives us blue, but we'll see how much that actually gives. Alright, and this is the location I was actually talking about because if you can see right here, we have a flower forest that grows white tulips and orange tulips, and let me get the thing off of our screen. I want to place it right here because this will get us white and orange and hopefully also just get us stuff like the azure bluets, which you'd think would give us blue because of their name, but no, they give us light gray. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, flatten this out a bit, and you've already seen me build this farm, but I'll just go ahead and do that little quick build montage I usually do for any time we build a farm. So I'll see you in a second. I didn't bring bones with me. Hey boy, alright. Alright, well the farm's done. Like I said, it's not a hard farm to make. I need this. It's like a flat back base. We'll go ahead, grab our bones, and then test out the farm. Oh, these are light gray flowers. Oh, interesting. All right. That's a problem for another day. We at least got light gray dye. I can't complain. But all right, now that that realization is out of the way, we are done with the flower farm. Like I said, it was going to take too long. And I'm hoping that when we actually go to test this, it gives us not just white tulips and orange tulips, but it gives us stuff like the azure bluets or the blue orchids. It'll give us some dandelions and roses, obviously, or not roses, poppies. Sorry, I forgot they changed that a while back. But I think think it is a good idea to go ahead and figure out if this will give us these flowers that I want. So now that I have gone ahead and turned off the audio for blocks, because we're going to be hearing a lot of pistons going back and forth, let's go ahead and test it. Well, I can already see a bunch of white tulips and orange tulips actually appearing, so that's good. But I don't know if I see anything else. Also, if anyone really cares, this is how it would sound if I had the sound up. You can tell why I don't have the sound up. All right, what do we have now? Yep, a bunch of orange dye, which obviously that kind of takes care of us not needing to have the sniffers actually go ahead and get us the torch flowers to go ahead and make orange dye. I also should probably just make like a chest over in these areas so that we have the space to make, or the space to go ahead and place all the items we get from here. So give me a second. Ah, yes, my favorite number 3 chest. And there we go. After just a few minutes of letting it run, we did go ahead and get some orange tulips as well as the white tulips. I don't know why we got more white tulips than orange tulips, but I'm not necessarily going to complain. This does give us both, so, you know, that's good at least. I don't know why it didn't give us any of the other flowers. I was kind of expecting that, though. Like, I was expecting it to give us either the poppies, the dandelions. It's kind of really hoping for, like, the cornflowers. I think I've been calling them blue orchids this entire time. They're called cornflowers for blue, but oh well. Yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and throw this down somewhere again so that we got 2 more new types of dye, and I'm probably going to keep adding 1. I'd say maybe even every episode, because honestly, like, these don't take that long to build. They don't have that many resources that they need. They do take some iron, but oh well. But yeah, no, nonetheless, it actually really is a very efficient farm. I just kind of need to figure out the whole bone situation. But anyway, now that I've teleported over back to our place, don't worry, I actually flew here. I didn't teleport, or anyone gets on my case about that. We're not going to go ahead and focus on 2 of the things on our list that are actually the fixer-upper things because, well, that was the entire point of this week, was to fix some farms. The first one being the fact that our villager breeder actually broke, just because I forgot there was a nitwit there. Now I forgot, it's just the fact that I didn't know how nitwits worked. And the other one is the cactus farm, which means we're going to have to build a wall around the cactus farm. However, we're going to work on the villager breeder first just because that's going to be easier, because the cactus farm I need to get our materials for. So let's go fix the issue at the villager breeder. Not to mention our villager breeder is actually stupidly close to our base, so this is just by definition the better one of the things to do. So how we're going to do this, first things first, I'm going to block in our actual farmer and put this guy in a boat. I'm going to attempt to put this guy in a boat. Oh, that does mean we have to go ahead and find another villager in here, so let's hope there is actually one. Alright, go ahead and put these back, break this. Alright, this farm should work now. There we go. 2 farmers sitting here should now go ahead and breed villagers. That was the first fix. And alright, now to go ahead and fix the cactus farm, I am enlisting the help of our furnaces to smelt a bunch of the plants that we have, the cactuses themselves, and our sea pickles, so that I can get a decent amount of lime and green concrete, as well as their terracotta versions, which thankfully I just have terracotta on hand, so hopefully this is enough. And alright, now that we're here, here is the items I've gone ahead and collected, and I'm going to give you guys my best attempt at building a cactus out of these blocks. I say my best attempt because I went ahead and tried it in Creative World and it looks diseased, but you know what? We're going to do it anyway. Now we have disease cactus. You know what? Calling it a cactus is fitting. It's not a cactus. It's the Walmart brand. All right, now we gotta do that for all 4 sides. That's the reason why we got so much of this. And alright, here it is, the diseased cactus, as I'm going to be calling it, because honestly it looks very sickly. But it's got all the colors onto it, it's got all the little spiny things that are on the cactus, and honestly, I mean, it doesn't look great, like, let's be honest, but it looks somewhat like a cactus. Trapdoors are probably a little too much, but oh well. Yeah, no, I'm honestly quite happy with how it came out. It came out better for just kind of be thrown together in about 20 minutes. But if we come down here, it's still not great, probably because of how I have the cactus positioned, which might change in the future. I'm not too sure. But honestly, though, other than that, as long as it's not falling on like the lips anymore, I think it's good. So yeah, now that we've done that, let's head back to our base and talk about the villager hall improvements. How about that? Alright, and now that we're back at our base, I'm going to tell you guys what I'm planning to do this week for the villager hall. It's very similar to last week. We're going to go ahead and work on the walls of the actual structure, kind of just repeating the pattern around the left and the right sides a bit. Then I found out that I actually need to dig just a tiny bit more in the actual area to go ahead and get some other things to fit in there, so we're going to do that as well. It's a good thing we actually kept the beacon there. And then finally, I kind of want to go ahead and finish up exactly what I was hoping for the water system. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead, try and do that, and we'll see how it comes out. And there we go. That is everything I think I need to bring it for us to actually go ahead and do the things I want to do. So we'll now head over there. And alright, now that we're here, the first thing I actually want to do out of the 3 items that I've talked about is I want to go ahead and bring this wall back 2 blocks, bring that wall back 2 blocks, and then we'll go ahead and work from there. Again, good thing we had the beacon. I love the fact that you can see like the stark contrast between where there were blocks and where there wasn't blocks because of the snow. And hopefully, just hopefully, this is the first I have to bring it out. It probably isn't. I'll have to bring it out more later, but I don't want to think about that right now. And alright, now that I've gone ahead and actually grabbed everything that I need for this, I'm going to take you guys through how I'm going to build this. So first things first, all of these chests are going to have hoppers behind them. This is just going to allow us to obviously put the items into the chests. So next, we're going to have to go ahead and put ice behind these little strips. Now, here's the thing. You might be wondering why we're putting ice back here. We're going to make it so that these ice blocks are what the items actually flow on, because we can't have them flowing, or we can't at least have water flowing on these hoppers because of an issue I'll talk about later. And as per usual, we'll go ahead and block up this. Now, an issue with this is because we need it to not block the chest from being able to open, we're going to need to put stairs on here, like so. And then we just finish this up like this and add some more ice here. Now we're going to go ahead and place a bunch of signs around here. Break that dirt. There'll be water here. So then there's all the way to here. There'll be a sign. And then we go across here, placing more signs. And then we're going to have water here, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop here. And then we need another water bucket here. Speaking of water buckets, let's go place them. But first, I almost forgot we need to place a chest here, and then we're going to waterlog this chest, for reasons you'll see later. Water. Now this one's a little bit weird because we're going to go ahead and actually put, I need one more sign for each of these. We're going to put a sign here, and then we're actually going to replace this ice with soul sand. Now we're going to go ahead and place a bunch of stone bricks. Time to place in the water for a bubble column. Finish up the bubble column all the way up to here. And now, it may not look like it, but we actually have a working waterway now for everywhere. So I'm going to drop in ice, and drop in 8 ice. 4 up here, 4 down below, and they all should be in these chests at the end, unless something has gone horribly wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we should see, there they are. All 8 of them are in here, meaning that this bubble trail is finally complete. And the reason why I had it so that there's a chest here is because otherwise it'd go too far. It would not go over the hoppers, but we couldn't just have them go over the hoppers because, well, then I wouldn't be able to have them be shot across using the water. At least I don't think so, because I don't think they would have been able to make the 1 block gap without a water right here. And this is already 12 blocks long, so it was a lot of an issue. But now that I've kind of explained how this works and what I've built, I'm going to go ahead and mirrored it on this side. And alright, time for the test again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, finally 8. Now if we check this chest right here, this should have all of our stone bricks. Nice. Alright, that is both waterways, even though they're not obviously done. I'm not leaving them like this because it doesn't look great, but that is both waterways working, which only, God, how long has it been since I said I was going to do this? It's taken a while, but at least it's done now, I guess. And finally, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead, take this wall, or this design for a wall at least, and basically drag it all the way back to over there. It's not going to be that exciting. You'll get a very small snippet of what I'm actually doing, but you know, you'll get to see the work put into it slightly. And there we go, here's one side, and here's the other. And on the inside it looks really strange, obviously, but here's the thing, I also made sure that we won't be seeing this because it is actually decently, well, it's a block away even from the water columns, or the water lines, I guess is what you'd call them. So all in all, this is only going to be seen from the outside, so I'm not too worried what it looks like on the inside. But I'm still pretty happy with the fact that we're finally getting this place closed in a bit, so it actually feels more like a building, and not just, you know, a little expo outside. But that is all I wanted to get done on the villager hall this week. Some small things, but it is actually pretty big, the fact that we're getting the place closed in, as well as we even finished up the water trails, so you know. But let's go get that last thing that I wanted to do off of our list for this week, shall we? And that last thing being is that this Enderman farm, the one that we've had in our end for so long, is currently made out of netherrack, and I'm going to be possibly expanding it in the future, so I want to tear out the netherrack and put something else that actually makes sense in there. So that's what we're going to go do, and I'll meet you guys in the end. And now that we're here at the end, the thing I want to work on here is actually the Enderman farm. Now, there is something I want to do on the Enderman farm, and that is actually going to be a later project, mainly due to the fact that I want to increase the size of the platform to its max capacity. But seeing as that's going to be about, I think it's like 121 blocks in diameter. We're not going to worry about that for this week, but instead I want to get rid of the netherrack because let's be honest, it doesn't look great, and I believe that we can agree we can all do better when it comes to a block choice. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and replace all this netherrack with endstone bricks. It'll be more thematic and also just look nicer than all the netherrack. So this requires me to go ahead and mine up almost 21 stacks of endstone because I don't have any. So yeah, we're gonna go do that. I'll come back and we'll start replacing the blocks. And the way we're gonna grab all this endstone is we're gonna grab it from the end islands out here. This will also give me the chance to go ahead and grab the chorus fruit from here, so you know, win-win. All right, there we go. That I'm going to hope is enough endstone. It's more than the total we actually need, but I just grabbed a bit more due to the fact that just in case I told things up wrong. So I'll take this back, and I realized that I have forgotten to bring a stonecutter with me, so we need to head back to our base first, actually. I have made mistakes so much this week. I'm also like 90% sure that I need to re-sleep, or I need to like fly back over to my base because I'm not going to respawn back at our base. I'm going to respawn back at spawn. Yep. Alright, now we are here. We've got our blocks, got our extras just in case. It is time to start filling this in. First starting off probably just with the centerpiece. So there goes all those Endermen. There they go. And now we can just... Actually, a better way of doing this might be something like so. And then finally doing this. There we go. That wasn't too bad. In all honesty, the thing I'm mainly worried about with this is like the top. Like the tube that they go down. That is why I'm worried about taking the longest. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and replace all these blocks and I will show you guys the outcome. There we go. The entirety of our Enderman farm replaced with endstone bricks instead of being replaced with netherrack, which I think thematically looks a lot better than, just redstone. And you might notice that I have it still on the bridge. The bridge is going to be here for the entirety of the time. There will be a time where I just take the bridge out and it's completely. But for now, yeah, I went ahead and replaced all the netherrack. Didn't get to keep it all, obviously, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about losing netherrack. But I think it looks a lot better than just having the netherrack instead. But sadly, that's all the time I have for this week. We did get a decent bit done. Like I said, it was going to be a lot of housekeeping. We obviously went ahead and changed how this looks, and I will say this isn't the end of this project because I do want to go ahead and make the giant circle, like a 121 block diameter circle that the Enderman could see the Endermite in. That's a future issue though. We also went ahead and fixed both the cactus farm and the villager breeder due to the fact that both of those were broken for different reasons. And we finally went ahead and also did more work on our villager hall, which I think all of those together, that's a decent amount of progress for this week. But yeah, like I said, that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great week. Guys, take care, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right. Bye-bye.